So, it has been quite some time since we had a new Silent Hill game to play. And, much to everyone's surprise, during the state of play yesterday, they shadow dropped a brand new, free to play Silent Hill game. Now, it's called Silent Hill The Short Message, and this is my review for the first Silent Hill game we've had in a really, really, really long time. Anyway, let's get down to the grit of it. So in this game, you play Anita. I'm not sure how old she is, but she's stuck in this apartment complex where a lot of shady things are happening. Now, when I was playing this game, the Silent Hill game it made me think of most was technically Shattered Memories in its mechanics and play style. It has the whole chase thing going and you're running for monsters, although this time it is a very specific type of monster. And the environments start off in a very subtle way, especially during the nightmare segments. It's very subtle, and it gradually progresses and gets more worse and starts looking a lot more like Silent Hill as you go through the game. Although one thing I would like to bring up is something that's well known with Silent Hill is it caters itself to the psychological profile of whoever's in it. So don't expect this game to have a Silent Hill 3 look to its Nightmare World or even a Silent Hill 2 look to its Nightmare World. Expect it to be unique to this character. And I will note that this game does not technically take place in Silent Hill, but as the game introduces, there's something known as the Silent Hill phenomenon, which I think is a wise decision to take the franchise because not only are people going to expect a certain type of experience and a certain type of story when isolating to the Silent Hill town, you also expect it to have, certain buildings and stuff like that. So reaching out and expanding where this kind of story can take place opens up a lot of opportunities to just all around expand what's possible and what can be done in new games. Now, I liked the gameplay. I do wish you could look behind you with the click of a button so that I could more easily keep an eye on the monster that's chasing me, so that's one little slight deterrent. And also in one of the final nightmare segments, there was a mechanic that's introduced that I didn't quite catch on for a while, and so it became a little bit of a frustrating cycle of running around in circles. But it didn't really detract from my overall experience in this Silent Hill game. And another thing I'd like to bring up is that the Nightmare World is very well done in my opinion. The gradual progression I enjoyed. It gave it a sense of gradual dread that played into it. And also Ito was the one who designed it, which I was happy with. I do want to bring up that this does very much feel like a Silent Hill experience. However, it is catered to the individual that is the main protagonist of this game. And with that, I would like to proceed to my spoiler thoughts in this review. So you've been warned, you're about to hit some spoilers here. Now, one thing I want to point out with this game is people have come to expect, especially after the Western developed Silent Hill games that came before them, they have learned to expect a certain type of plot twist. A certain expectation of, oh no, what horrible thing did they do? And this game, in its narrative, which is separated into chapters, goes out of its way to play off those expectations. Each chapter ends with a revelation that you would come to expect from a Silent Hill-like experience. But then what it does there is it portrays what could be misconstrued as an ending, but it's not. You wake up and everything is still happening. You haven't found what you're looking for yet. And by the end of this game, the story that it tells, which deals with a lot of heavy topics like generational trauma, suicide, and also, bullying. These are some topics that I connect with, technically. I've had some experiences with bullying, for instance, and you know, it resonated with me and hit me on a level I wasn't expecting. Now, one thing I want to point out is by the ending of this game, the resolution for this character is not quite what you would expect from, say, previous protagonists such as James Sunderland or Eddie Dombrowski. It's almost a happy ending, or at least it alludes to a happy ending. There's still some work to be done for the main protagonist, but that would like me to bring up a certain point I'd like to make, is in Silent Hill 2, it's highly suggestive that the area was sacred. And so I would like to point out that inherently the Silent Hill experience or the Silent Hill phenomenon is not inherently evil. I like to think that it brings to the table whatever it is your protagonist has brought to the table, but one thing that it usually does is it forces you to face yourself. Something that even this character in this game has to do in order to proceed and in order to escape, which I think is important. This game carries a lot of the fundamentals, in my opinion, of what a Silent Hill experience should be. And I think it does it pretty well while maintaining a fresh and unique experience. So I am happy with this game, and I can't believe it was free to play. The only thing I can think is that they're trying to earn favor with the fan base, because for a long time there we dealt with a franchise that was essentially dead in the water or only pachinko machines. And I'm very much looking forward to the future of the franchise, and it all starts here. It's definitely a game worth playing. You haven't got anything to lose. I liked the game, I liked the message, and I am pretty happy with it. And I'm looking forward to what's next on the list, which will hopefully be the Silent Hill 2 remake. Which, by the way, bonus side note, I thought the new trailer was really good, and I think the game's shaping up wonderfully. Well, from a long-time Silent Hill fan, this has been my review of Silent Hill: The Short Message. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you again soon.